One, two, three. Let's go. Now, the word Messiah, if you strip away the Jewish tradition and the Jewish context, the word Messiah simply means leader. A Messiah is someone who leads people or leads a cause. In that regard, Jesus, by all accounts, has to rank as one of the greatest, most effective leaders to walk the face of this earth. The movement that he led, Christianity, still exists today as one of the world's leading, most powerful religions. And whatever your religious persuasion, you must give credit or credence to the fact that Jesus was a great leader, starting with only 12 disciples back along the seashore of Galilee, led an organization with enough sustainability that some 2,000 years later still thrives. One of the goals of effective leadership is building sustainable organizations. By that definition, Jesus is a powerful, effective leader. Notwithstanding his efficacy as a leader, Jesus was a wounded Messiah. It may very well be that it was his woundedness that allowed him to be such an effective leader. It may very well be that his woundedness is what gave him the empathy with his followers, which is so necessary to build strong leadership. In fact, the Old Testament prophet Isaiah said that he was wounded, and by his wounds we were healed. The text actually says, by his stripes we were healed. You know, the stripes refer to when he was whipped. If you ever been whipped, it leaves marks and stripes on your skin. Those are the wounds. So the Old Testament says that he was wounded, but by his wounds we were healed. Could it be that as leaders, when we look over our lives and we see the woundedness and the brokenness and the dysfunction within ourselves, rather than the woundedness being a disqualifier to leadership, it uniquely qualifies us for powerful leadership? This template of wounded messiahship is so powerful that God thought it necessary to wound himself so that he could heal a broken humanity. Now, he wounded himself by taking on the form and fallen nature of humanity, leaving a pristine and perfect heaven and coming down to a fallen and decadent earth so that he could lead humanity, restore humanity back to the image of God, the image that God intended that man reflect. God thought it necessary to wound himself so he could lead humanity. There's some power in that. For if it's effective for God, I believe it's effective for us as leaders today. God wounded himself, infected himself, as it were, with the virus of humanness so that he could be the wounded Messiah. You don't have to be perfect to lead. Your woundedness doesn't disqualify you from leadership. It equips you to lead.